Greetings in the wonderful name of Jesus. What a blessing for me to just come to your house and to share the vision that I have with Dynamic Love Web Fellowship. Many people have contacted our office over the last years, or I would say last 4 or 5 years, asking us where or if we know about a Grace Church in their area. And when we would know about a Grace Church in a certain area, we would obviously point people to that church. But there are still many areas where we don't know of grace-based churches. Not that there, I don't think there is any, but we don't know of them. So we can't point people to those churches, but we have developed something that might suit you. For about 6 years, I've been thinking about having a web church, which is 100% directed towards people that don't have a local grace-based church in their area and that are in need of pastoral care, counseling, and some fellowship. The scripture is clear that we should not neglect the gathering of the brethren. For the purpose of that gathering is to equip people, or to just have people continually encouraged in the message of God's grace. I would say web fellowship, or not just web fellowship, but fellowship is basically for the purpose of getting people into the grace message and then keeping them in the message of God's love for them, expecting the return of the Lord, so they will not fall away or fall back from the message of God's love and grace. And that is in that atmosphere we find care taking place, pastoral care taking place, people being discipled and trained in the message so they can become skilled in the word of righteousness. Now, if you don't have a fellowship like that, I do believe you've got a right unto that, and that would be God's will for you to just have fellowship with people that are like-minded, and that you should not be forced not to have fellowship if you really want some fellowship with people. So I've had this idea of having a web church for many years. Now, I've started this years ago, but because of the bad internet lines in South Africa, we just couldn't keep it going because connection would be lost all the time and there wasn't any stability. But now they have upgraded our lines and this is possible. So we have started what we call Dynamic Love Web Church. Now, I would like to introduce you to our web church and the whole concept of web church in the way that we do it. The difference between Dynamic Love Web Church and normal church that's just streamed is this. In a normal church that is just streamed, and I don't know all churches that stream their stuff. There might be people that also incorporate everything we are doing as well. In normal church that is streamed, it is a family or people coming together and they just stream the Sunday service and you can watch this. Now, we do it a little bit differently. What we do is we've got, I've just got a camera set up in the very same scene as what you are seeing now, and it's directed just for you. So this is not congregation based, although I do have a congregation, which I was thinking, should I stream that message or not? But I thought, let us do it more personally, that you know this is just for you, that you can feel this is where I belong, and this is the place where I can have good fellowship. So on a Sunday, we would have a meeting where we live stream a 30-minute message. Now, we've got testimonies on the Sunday, we've got communion together on the Sunday, and we've got the 30-minute message. And then we also have web pastors available right there that can pray for you. You know, should you be sick, that can counsel you, should you need any counseling. And we've also have a chat running on our webpage, which I will show you now, how to get to that specific page. We have a chat available where you can just start to meet people. Now, most of the people that are in that chat box and all our web pastors, we use Facebook as the foundation from where all fellowship takes place. So let us go to my website and just have a look at how all of this works. Here is my website. You can go to dynamicministries.com. If you've never been there, just click in dynamicministries.com and then you can click on Web Fellowship. right here, and that will take you to our fellowship page. When you click on the page, you will see that let me just stop this here. You will see that we've got our web pastors here. We've got different interest groups, and even our face-to-face groups, which is almost like a cell group. We've got available here. And I'm going to take you through all of this and how this works. Now, when you get onto this page on a Sunday, you will see that there will be a player on this page here. It is a YouTube player, and we stream making use of YouTube. And the reason why we use YouTube is very simple. YouTube adapts to your internet line and the speed of your line. So even if you are in Africa somewhere and you've got very weak internet signal, or somewhere where you don't have a strong signal, it will downscale the quality of the image, but the sound will still be there and you will be able to connect. So we're making use of YouTube. So you'll find the player right here. We put the player in every Sunday, so you can watch that. And on the player, when you click on the player, there'll be a countdown clock counting down to the time when it is broadcasted. Our latest message you can find by just clicking over here, and then I can introduce you to our web pastors. So over here is all our web pastors. You just click on the picture of any of these web pastors, and what will happen when you do that is it will take you to their page on our website, where there will be a little video that you can click on. It will play, where Kathy in this case will introduce herself. There's something short that she wrote about herself. And then if you would like to contact with her, if you need to get into contact with a web pastor and you need some advice, or you've got a prayer request, or want to join in one of our face-to-face groups, which I will explain a bit later, you can just click on the Facebook here, and that will take you directly to her page, and you can contact her by just writing her a message in the message area over there. That's our web pastor. So you can just go to the web pastors over here. Now, where the main fellowship takes place, and this was a concern to me, because I said, Lord, how are we going to get the people to actually fellowship with one another? Now, what we did was we created different Facebook groups, and different Facebook groups. We've got a group where the main fellowship takes place, and then we've got I think it's 4 or 5 interest groups, where you can just share your interest and fellowship from what interests you. From that foundation, have some grace fellowship. Now let us just go and look at the group that we started. You just go to Facebook, and in the top you type in Dynamic Love Web Church. Dynamic Love Web Church, and you will see there's a page there where there's a Bible with a computer mouse on it. That page is going to be removed, and it takes 2 weeks for it to be removed. So maybe you're watching this in 6 months from now, that will not even be available anymore. So, and what you will want to do is go to the Dynamic Love Web Church closed group. You click on the closed group, and then you will see this is the place where all our web pastors share some information, and where the web fellowship can just come and just encourage people, just ask questions. Many people put their prayer requests in here. Now what we've done with this group is it's a closed group, meaning that whatever you post here cannot be seen on your feed. In other words, by your friends. Your friends cannot see what you post here. So if you would have a need and you would put it in here, or you would say, man, I'm having a bad day, or you would say, I've got a good day, or you would say, I've enjoyed the Sunday service, or you have a question, you can put it here. The other, let's get to the other interest groups we have. Here you can see on our page, we have the food and cooking, music lovers, photography, outdoors and travel, and then our face-to-face, which I will get to later. Let's just go to web photography. On web photography, this is all about just people of the web church wanting to just share beautiful pictures they've taken, where they've been, and all those kind of things. We also have different projects sometimes. Like we've had a project where we say, just guys, take a picture of water and life, and people will do that. Other one was insects, you know, and so as we get ideas, we put it on and we just share beautiful pictures with each other. And that is awesome. We've just got a lot of people interacting. At this moment, we've got 118 members here, adding a new person there that asked to join this. All you do is you just click you want to join it, and then one of the people in the group will just add you to this group. We've got different groups: outdoors and travel, music lovers, where you can just share some music, food and cooking, where you can share a recipe or what you ate at the restaurant that was nice, you know. And the reason why we created this was very simple. We want people to fellowship with each other. What we also have is what we call our face-to-face group. Now, face-to-face group is where people fellowship like in cell groups, you know, almost like a cell group. But we would like to call it face-to-face, not cell groups, face-to-face meetings that we have, where between 5 and 8 people join together via the web, making use of a webcam, where they can see each other. If you don't have a webcam, just a microphone, people won't be able to see you, but at least hear you, you know, and you fellowship around the gospel. So that is a place where people can pray for each other, where we can have closer fellowship with each other, where we can really start to know each other and get rid of that loneliness, you know, where you don't have people that are like-minded in your area, where you can actually share with people, share needs, minister to each other, share with each other. There will also be 20 minutes of discussing, about 20 minutes. It's going to differ, you know, from group to group, where we will discuss the message that was preached on the Sunday, you know, with each other, and answer some questions concerning that, and just have it in a practical way where it can be applied to your life. So that is basically what our web church is all about. If you want to join one of those groups, all you're going to do is you're going to go to the face-to-face page, click on one of the web pastors, you know, and like Kyung Nam Tu here, for instance, you click on her page and then you contact her via the message in Facebook, and she will then get back to you on exactly when her meeting is. Now, what you can see before the time is this. You can see that she's going to stream at 9 a.m. Mountain Time on a Thursday. I think she changed it to 10 a.m. It will be updated soon. There's 5 open places. Kathy over here is already full, 0 open places. So, I mean, Skype can only take 9 or 10 people at a time. And that's how that's going to work. You might ask, but what software are you guys going to use? As you contact our web pastor, they will just give you a link on how you're going to set up the necessary software, which is available for free on your computer, and they will inform you on how all of that works. Well, you know, that is basically what I've got in mind, and that is the vision I have with Dynamic Love Web Church. In this church, we will train up people. If you need to be discipled, man, this is the place for you. So join us on Sunday. See if this is for you. Slot in if you want, and I trust that you will be ministered to, discipled, and equipped in the message of grace. If you don't have a grace-based church in your area, you can slot into Dynamic Love Web Fellowship. Thank you so much for your care. Thank you so much for just watching this. I know that your life will be enriched through this web fellowship. God bless.